Welcome in, dear friends. Thank you very much for joining me today. Hope that you guys are doing well and peace be upon you all. So, today I'm going to go over my top five New Year's resolutions for 2026. So, the new year is upon us, and I just wanted to share some of my New Year's resolutions that I'm looking to achieve this year. So we got some good stuff to talk about. Before we jump into that, I would like to mention that on my YouTube channel, I create content about money, sports, and personal topics with the goal of bringing value to other people's lives. So if you guys find value in this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel so that I can continue making these videos. Also, feel free to hit the like button and make some comments as well. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about my top five New Year's resolutions for 2026. All right, guys, so let's jump into my top five New Year's resolutions for 2026. These are not in any particular order, um, or one is not more important than the other. So I'm just going to list off the top five and we'll just do it that way. So, one of my New Year's resolutions for 2026 is to be less nice. That's right. I said less nice. So that kind of sounds a little awkward, right? Um, some people might take it as if you're going to be less nice, are you saying you're going to be mean or more mean in the year? And no, that's not the case. My goal as far as being less nice is that being nice is just not an effective strategy in life, is what I've learned in my 35 years. So, whether that's when you're dealing with your friends, your family, your colleagues, your neighbors, just whenever you're just dealing with life in general, what I've learned is that the best approach is to be neutral with people and all the different relationships that one has. So I think my natural instinct and default, and most people's default, is that you want to be nice to everybody just because being nice is more of a comfortable way to deal with people. But being nice is not effective. It doesn't help you reach your goals. And it's just not, in my opinion, the right mindset to have with all the different relationships that we all have. So, again, when I say less nice, that does not mean to be more mean or mean in general. Um, the way that I look at it is that when you have relationships with different people in your life, you can be like three different ways. You can be nice, you can be neutral, or you can be mean. And again, I think my default and most people's default is to be nice. Um, and I think most people, if not all people, definitely are not mean as their default. But I think the right way and my goal for 2026 is to be neutral, um, with all the different relationships I have, all the different people that I have in my life, when you're dealing with just the general public, just dealing with people in general, my goal for 2026 is to be neutral, meaning I'm not trying to be your friend. I'm not trying to be your enemy. I'm going to be neutral. I'm going to be myself. I'm going to be direct and honest. And if that leads to nice and positive relations between us, that's great. If it does not lead to positive and nice relations between us, that's perfectly fine as well. So that is my first goal that I'm going to list for 2026, to be less nice. All right, so let's just continue to talk about this New Year's resolution just a little bit more. So, the reason I listed this as one of my resolutions is just from my 35 years of experience of life. So, for example, we all went through the public school system, and I think again everybody's default is to be nice, but when you look back on your own life, like for example going to school, like all the different people that you met that you might have been like nice to or gave effort to be nice to, like all of those, times, or a lot of them, were probably just a waste of time, because like those people are just in your life for a short time, and a lot of them, if not most of them, you're never going to see again. Also, like in a school setting, you don't really know anybody. Like you think you know people, or you think you consider somebody like your friend or friends, but you have no idea what those people are like on the inside. And the best strategy again is to be neutral, like, and in the center. If you develop some friends and friendships at school, that's great. But I think we all also had people that did not like us, or that we did not like either. So I think that's just how it is, when you're dealing with people, like especially in the school setting. If you're just neutral, you're not nice, you're not mean. If you're just yourself, you're neutral. You develop some positive relationships, that's great. If you don't, that's great as well. So I think that's kind of what I've learned from going to school in the public school system, is that don't be extra nice to anybody. Nobody's really your friend. you know just be yourself, be neutral, be less nice, and people that appreciate you and value you, that would be great, and they can be in your life. But also you're going to have people who don't appreciate you and don't value you, and you can just disregard those people. So just, it's very wise to be less nice and neutral, like in a setting like that, like a school setting where we spend a lot of our life at. And this also applies to like other aspects of life as you get older. When you start working, the people at your job, your colleagues, they're not like your friends. Again, it's best to be like neutral. Um, you don't want to be nice. You don't want to be mean. You just want to be neutral. Not a lot of emotions, not a lot of attachment to people. because even in a work setting, you don't know anybody. You don't know if that person's going to work there the next day. You don't know if, today they're like a nice colleague to you, but tomorrow they're the opposite. So it's just very, very wise that in a work setting as well, one is neutral. Um, you're not nice, you're not mean, you're just in the center. And that's the best mindset to have as well. And this also applies to like more personal relationships, even though it's harder, whether it's like your actual close friends, your family, your cousins, and things like that. Just because people are always in and out of your life. So, and people change over time. So when I look back on some like closer relationships, maybe where I was nice or I was hesitant to say things that I sincerely felt and meant, I kind of regret maybe behaving that way, being too nice, because a lot of those people changed over the years and decades. Um, they're not the same people that you thought you knew. And when I look back on those relationships now, I tell myself, I should have definitely been like less nice, meaning again, I should have just been more neutral. I shouldn't have invested emotions and time as much as I did in those people. And I should have just been more wiser, more neutral, and direct with some of those relationships. So I think that's a very good strategy. And then, going forward as well in life, you know, when you get married, you're going to have kids, you're going to have in-laws, you're going to have new coworkers, you're going to have new relationships, new people in your life. And again, the best strategy is don't be too nice, but don't be mean. Just be very wise, kind of be in the middle of the road. Um, and because a lot of those new people, new relationships are going to be exactly the same as your old relationships. A lot of those people will come in and out of your life. A lot of them will change. Um, and a lot of times you have to be direct and honest with people, whether that leads to like potentially the end of that relationship. Because I think what happens is when you have close people in your life, it's uncomfortable to be less nice with them, and it's more comfortable to be nice and just go along with the flow. And you do not want to be like that because that will cost you in the long run. So whether it's your close family, your friends, um, close colleagues, and things like that, you want to be less nice. You want to be neutral. You want to be direct and honest with those people, whether that leads to the end of that relationship or a decrease in that relationship. That's perfectly fine. You don't want to just go along with the flow, be nice because you're scared to be awkward in that relationship or make things awkward, because it can definitely cost you in the long run, and it can lead you and your life to a place where you don't want to be at, only because you were scared to be honest. You were afraid to make that relationship awkward or say things that you honestly felt that could have possibly led to that relationship ending. So, good goal for 2026, be less nice, which means you don't have to be more mean, but you don't have to be nice either. Just dead in the center, honest, direct, and you will be just fine. All right, guys, my second New Year's resolution is to get 1,000 plus subscribers on YouTube and get 4,000 plus public watch hours on YouTube, which would lead me to join the YouTube Partner Program and be monetized on YouTube. So I started my YouTube journey not too long ago. And the reason I started my YouTube journey is just because I feel like I have a lot of value to bring to other people's lives. And I think I have a lot of good content to create and share with people. And honestly, I just love creating content and YouTube videos. And I'm hoping to have more success and continue this journey. So, to join the YouTube Partner Program, you have to have 1,000 or more subscribers on YouTube, and you have to have 4,000 or more public watch hours on YouTube as well. And after that, your channel gets monetized, which means from that point on, you actually start making money on YouTube. So that's my second goal is to join the YouTube Partner Program. Um, so far, I've had some success on YouTube. I've definitely had some people subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've had a few different videos that have been successful. And I just honestly love consuming YouTube and I love now creating content on YouTube. So hopefully, I continue to grow this year. Hopefully, at some point, one of my videos pops. I get over 1,000 subscribers, over 4,000 public watch hours. I get monetized and start making money on my YouTube channel. Even though that's not my goal and I don't technically need the money, um, I do want to, however, reach that goal and just become a YouTube content creator and bring value to other people's lives. So on my YouTube channel, I have three different segments that I cover. And those three segments are money, sports, and personal topics. So in the money segment, I create content about the stock market and particular stocks. Whenever big news comes up about them, such as earnings reports or other big developments, I create content about those stocks. And the most popular ones that I cover are Meta, Alphabet, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, and other ones as well. So I'm a financial professional with 10 years of experience in the financial industry. So I have a lot of knowledge and experience with the stock market. And I also have a bachelor's degree in economics and a master's degree in economics and finance. So this is what I do for a living. And I just like sharing my knowledge and experience about the stock market and particular stocks with other people. So that's my first segment that I cover. The second segment is sports. So mostly I cover the National Football League, NFL, throughout the season, and I cover the NBA as well. So I might cover some other sporting events that come up here and there, like soccer or the Olympics or baseball, but it's mostly the NFL and NBA. And that's just my passion is sports. And I just love giving my thoughts and takes on different sporting events that happen. And the third segment that I cover is called Personal with Harun Nukic. And that's just where I cover some things that might be happening in my personal life. And I like sharing that with people, whether it's just my thoughts and opinions about something, whether it's maybe I am going somewhere and I just want to record that event, or I have some take or opinions I want to share about like a recent major event that happened. So, and I'm going to continue that going forward in 2026 and beyond. And I'm hoping to have more success with my YouTube channel in 2026. All right, guys. So, a third New Year's resolution that I have for 2026 is to get a very good job in the financial industry. So, I mentioned this already, but I have around 10 years of work experience in the financial industry. I also have a bachelor's and master's degrees in economics. And I'm currently and have been actively searching and seeking for a very good job in the financial industry. So it's been a bit challenging, more challenging than I expected. Um, but I'm still very hopeful and still actively pursuing that. Um, some companies that I have my eye on and that I've been looking into and applying are Raymond James, Franklin Templeton Investments, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and several different ones. So I have about 5 to 10 different companies on my radar that I'm actively applying for and looking at jobs. So that's definitely one of my top goals for 2026. Want to continue working in the financial industry. I love the stock market. I love investing, and I'm hoping to land a very good position. Um, I'm successful financially, so I don't have pressure where I have to work and accept any job that's given to me. So I'm being very patient and looking out for that great opportunity to present itself. All right. So my fourth New Year's resolution for 2026 is to find a potential spouse. That's right, guys. Time to find a potential spouse for sure. So I'm 35 years old, definitely looking to get married and find a wife soon. So that's definitely one of my biggest goals and resolutions for this year. So I've been searching for a spouse for quite a few years, um, with not a lot of success, unfortunately. I've definitely tried and made some genuine effort in my search, but I have not found a spouse just yet. But that's definitely one of my goals for this year. Um, what I'm looking for, definitely, I am looking for a Bosnian woman. She should be educated, bachelor's, master's degree. She should definitely be beautiful and attractive, and she should definitely have a very good character and beautiful behavior. So that's what I'm looking for. And hopefully, I have some success with that this year and the coming years. And we'll see if we make some serious progress towards that. Um, I mentioned I've definitely been looking for a spouse for a few years now. It's just honestly challenging dealing with people. It seems like a lot of people are not like sincere in their efforts, and people are not showing like a very good character in regards to like trying to meet a potential spouse. People are just kind of awkward. They don't want to socialize, um, and things like that. So I've kind of experienced some negativity with regards to that. So it hasn't been as easy as I was hoping for, but there's a lot of people out there, a lot of good people out there, and I'm hoping to find a potential spouse in 2026. All right. So my fifth and final New Year's resolution for 2026 that I'm going to talk about is to continue to have success in the stock market. So, over the past 5 to 10 years, I've had a good amount of success in the stock market and in my portfolio. And I'm just hoping to continue that success in 2026. The stock market hopefully continues to go up. Um, Hopefully, all these big tech companies like Meta, Alphabet, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, they continue to grow. They continue to deliver very good financial results. They continue to benefit from artificial intelligence investments. So, definitely looking forward to a big year in the stock market. Hopefully, some additional investing opportunities present themselves, whether it might be one of these stocks that I just mentioned. If they go down significantly, there's definitely going to be some good buying and investing opportunities in 2026. So I'll be looking out for that. Um, Hoping to generate more income this year as well, whether that be from dividends or from trading options. So just looking forward to a very successful 2026 in the stock market and in my portfolio, and looking out for those buying and investing opportunities for sure. All right, guys, that's all I wanted to cover for today. So we talked about my top 5 New Year's resolutions for 2026. I really hope you guys got some value out of the content and enjoyed the video. If you did, again, subscribe to my YouTube channel so that I can continue making these videos. Hit that like button and make some comments about your New Year's resolutions and what you think about mine. And that's it for this video. You guys go ahead and take care. Bye.